Right. In 3, 2, 1. Yo, everyone, you're listening to Filmmaker Mike and the boys. Joining me for this episode is Kuya.
Hi, everybody. It's just the boy.
Yeah, the Filmmaker Mike and the boy. Are you a boy, though? Are you a boy?
I mean, based on my penis, yes, I'm a boy.
Wow. What a way to start the show.
There you go.
And whoever started listening chose this as the first episode to listen
Welcome.
to. It's like,
welcome.
You're done. I'm done. Oh, man. Yeah, so
it's been a while. So
yeah, it's been a while. The holidays are coming up, so lots of things are happening on the weekends and stuff like that. But hey, we're here. So hopefully in the next show we'll be reunited with Jester, and who knows when Pinhead can join us as well. But yeah,
everybody's been busy. So
yeah, the last few weeks, lots of stuff has happened. Was it just last week that they did Disney Plus Day?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So Disney Plus Day happened last week, and I was really hyped for something big, right? Well, here's the thing, though. You can't blame me and a lot of Star Wars fans because if I'm not mistaken, the official Star Wars Twitter account, even they tweeted and said, set your calendars or mark your calendars or save the date, something like that, for Disney Plus Day specifically. So they were teasing something, or at least like they were teasing like, hey, something big's gonna happen. You better watch out. Better not cry. So November 1st, they dropped that was a surprise drop when they dropped the teaser for the Book of Boba Fett. We were supposed to get that on Disney Plus Day, but they were just like, fuck it, let's drop it in November 1st. So okay, that was already out there.
And that's why people are expecting something huge in during the Disney reveal day, right?
Right. Well, and that's also because the official Star Wars social media was like, hey, set your calendars. And everyone's of course is like, okay, something big, they gotta drop something big, right? But Thursday morning, Thursday morning, the day before Disney Plus Day, Thursday morning, I happened to be on Twitter and someone tweeted, actually, not just someone shared it, but one of the Disney Plus official accounts, international official YouTube accounts for Disney Plus, uploaded the Sizzle reel for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. So it's only like a minute and a half or a minute. And but yet I watched it and I shared it with you guys right away because I had a feeling that it would get taken down before you know it. So I watched it. I got really excited for what they had to show for that minute and a half. Because there's cool concept art. You got Ewan McGregor talking, and Deborah Chow talking about the series and what's in store, giving us a hint of what we could possibly see. And then, of course, before you know it, the video was taken down from that YouTube channel, an official Disney Plus International YouTube account. And then, but the fans always persist. And I happened to actually screen recorded the whole thing just in case. But other fans
with the permission of Disney Corporation, of course, right?
No.
Yeah.
But then I didn't share. I didn't go around sharing it. So a lot of other fan accounts were still sharing it on their Twitter and their YouTube. So I'm like, okay, you guys go ahead and do that. So
you don't want to get kicked out, right?
Exactly. Or like face like a lawsuit or from the big House of Mouse. So that Obi-Wan Kenobi sizzle reel was meant to be dropped on Disney Plus Day, so we already got to see it. So I'm like, okay, this is cool, but what else do they have? And sure enough, as far as Star Wars, they did drop something cool, which is it's only a 20-minute documentary on the legacy of Boba Fett, which is actually pretty cool, but I feel like they could have extended it. They could have gone a full hour. But of course, towards the end, it's meant to promote and let everyone know, like, hey, the new Boba Fett show is coming. December 29th. But it's still worth watching for Star Wars fans, especially for Boba Fett fans, or even fans who not necessarily huge fans of Boba Fett. It's still cool to see the origin, the genesis of the character, from how he really began and where he first appeared. Like it's really fascinating and interesting to see that. And yeah, it's worth watching. It's only 20 minutes, so it's not bad. So they dropped that on Disney Plus Day, along with Shang-Chi and Jungle Cruise and a bunch of other Disney Plus shows and movies and series. The new Home Alone, Sweet Home Alone, something like that. The new Home Alone movie, which looks like absolute shit. Did you see the trailer?
No.
Like,
no, I did not. Like again, I receive your Disney news, or all the Disney news is from you.
Yeah.
You just tell me, oh hey, Shang-Chi's on. I'm like, oh cool. Let me go watch it. I enjoyed watching Shang-Chi again and everything. So
yeah, and then
that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So as far as the Obi-Wan Kenobi sizzle reel, some things that I thought were interesting that were mentioned. Deborah Chow talks about in this particular era, of course, right after between Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and Episode 4, A New Hope. It's not safe for Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's a lot of Jedi hunters, and they do show a concept. They do show a handful of concept art images. One of those is a Sith Inquisitor, flanked by stormtroopers with like some kind of ship. And it almost looks like it's the Sith Inquisitor from Jedi Fallen Order.
The video game.
Yeah, from the video game.
Okay.
Yeah, it almost looks like her. But then again, it's the image, her image on the artwork is tiny, so who knows? It could be another Sith Inquisitor. But I'm trying to, let's see. Let me get her name. I want to get her name right. That Sith Inquisitor. Let's see.
Is it the second sister?
Actually, I think it is the sixth.
Or the sixth one?
Sixth or
is it the one that Darth Vader choked at the end? Or
yeah, oops, spoilers.
Oh, in the video game.
Yeah, in the video game.
If Star Wars fans haven't played that video game yet, they're not Star Wars fans. So let's just end that shit already. So.
Well, I think Jester still has to finish it. So,
well,
and Penn as well. The second sister. Second sister. Yeah. So, but I know she had a specific name. I can't find anyway. But yeah, that's the character. So that's pretty cool. The fact that we're gonna see live action Sith Inquisitors who are tasked by Darth Vader himself to hunt down. Because this whole time I always thought like, Vader hunts down and destroys all the remaining Jedi. But even he's like, fuck that shit. I'm not gonna do all of it. I'm gonna send my own Sith Inquisitors. Or maybe it's the Emperor. Who knows? Maybe the Emperor has them take the task on because he also wants Vader to focus on other stuff during that time. And then, of course, Ewan McGregor shares his excitement because the biggest thing about this is that he's reunited with Kuya's favorite Star Wars actor, Hayden Christensen.
Oh, and it was Jar Jar Binks is my favorite.
You're number one.
No, it's Hayden Christensen because he hates sand just like me. So.
Yeah. So, and then there's shots of Ewan McGregor with a stunt team, and he's saber training. He's swinging that saber. They've got masks on, and someone speculated that the guy in the back is Hayden Christensen. Who knows? It doesn't look like him, but who knows? It could be him. It's a faraway shot. That guy's in the back. You would think that if it really was him, they would at least show him or focus on him.
Are they going to do the same style of lightsaber battle, like the way how they did it before?
Who knows? I mean, because that's the thing we're going to be seeing, and that's the thing that this is nothing new. We've known this for about a year now when they did the Disney investor call last year, the presentation, when Kathleen Kennedy announced, and had Ewan McGregor come up on stage as they announced that he was returning for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, that Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader will have a rematch. So Hayden Christensen will be in that Darth Vader armor. So it'll be interesting to see how they do the stunt coordination for that. Because I mean, it's one thing to be in Jedi robes, like they were dueling each other on Mustafar and Revenge of the Sith, but it's another thing to be wearing the Darth Vader armor and have that helmet on. So
I'm sure they can just CGI the shit out of it. You know what I mean? Like
but I'd rather see.
It took them forever.
I'd rather see actual.
No, I'm talking about like post production. Like they just add on the armor afterwards. But it was actually Hayden Christensen actually fighting.
I guess, but then I don't know. I'd rather see him. I mean, I think it's going to be noticeable too. But who knows? Who knows?
Otherwise, you can't. The battle or the duel can't happen because he got chopped up. So that's the thing.
Right.
What is Anakin going to do? Going to take off his helmet, so it's going to show like a scarred up.
No, well, I mean, in Empire Strikes Back or even A New Hope, you had stunt actors. I think it was Bob Anderson who was the stunt actor for Vader. He was dueling with Mark Hamill within the Darth Vader.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, you can still do the stunts. Like, you can make the armor like light enough and you can take off some of the things. So he'll still be moving like crazy.
Yeah.
And then you can just post production, like just add on the other stuff that was taken off.
Right. Well,
that could work.
Who knows? I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what they do because they haven't shown anything of Hayden or of Darth Vader. They did show some concept art of Vader in his castle on Mustafar, which I thought was pretty cool. Because when they introduced that in Rogue One, I always thought that was awesome. Like, okay, but when else are we going to see it? But of course, now that they teased it, we're going to see more of that castle, which is great and exciting. So, yeah. And then, of course, it's really cool because Deborah Chow seems like she's directing all the episodes. I think there's 6 or 8 episodes. Maybe 6. If I'm not mistaken, it's 6 episodes. And I'm hoping they're full 1 hour or at least 50 plus minutes, because they're going to need all the time that they can to tell the story that they're telling. But Deborah Chow also mentions that Obi-Wan's sole task now is to protect, Luke Skywalker. But then that's where the story picks up. And then it looks like he's going to go on an adventure because there's other shots of concept art with a bunch of stormtroopers and other, it's really cool. It's worth checking. I mean, it's a minute. So, but it's exciting. I guess the biggest thing that a lot of Star Wars fans were hoping for on Disney Plus Day was a teaser of sorts, an actual footage
or even just a full-on trailer, right?
Right. But I think the reason why they're not doing that, Disney's not doing that, is because they did just wrap a few months ago for Kenobi. So it's possibly still too early. And I don't think they want to take away attention from the Book of Boba Fett. So that's why. Yeah. I think they're because as far as, whether it's this or even Marvel, when you look at how they're promoting things, yes, they announce a lot of stuff is coming, but they're trying to focus the attention on one big thing first, and not necessarily hey, this is, they're not showing too much.
Let's just be perfectly honest. Nobody gives a shit about that Hawkeye TV series. So everybody's just excited about the Spider-Man one. So
I'm looking. Oh yeah, of course, because Spider-Man is for the big screen and Hawkeye is for Disney Plus. I'm still excited to check it out because
I'm gonna check it out because it's on my calendar already. But push comes to shove, the money maker that they're gonna have is Spider-Man. So
of course,
if they full on released all the marketing stuff for Spider-Man here, I don't think it's gonna affect Hawkeye at all. Just because of the fact that everybody's gonna be hyped up for Marvel again.
Right.
And any news of Marvel, the fans are gonna eat it up and they're gonna start, Hawkeye, let's just go watch that shit.
Right.
So,
And that's the thing, Hawkeye is just on Disney Plus and you've got Spider-Man for the big screen. So they're not necessarily going to compete for they're not gonna compete within the same platform.
True. That's true.
Yeah. So I think that's the biggest difference there. But yeah, other than that, I'm really excited. If I'm not mistaken, they were saying that Kenobi will drop right around May 4th
Okay.
next year, 2022. So that would be really cool if that happens.
So let's just assume then, based on the release date on May 4th,
yeah,
they're gonna have the full-on trailer for Obi-Wan during Super Bowl Sunday.
most likely.
Most likely, right?
Most likely, because I mean, yeah.
Okay.
If there's that's the best bet right there, because Disney. If you I remember in 2015 when Force Awakens was about to release, I think they started promoting at the Super Bowl or the football game, Monday Night Football. Yeah, they released the trailer or the final trailer on a Monday Night Football game, and then the tickets went, advanced tickets went on sale too on Monday night after the trailer dropped on Monday Night Football. So Disney knows there's a lot of eyes for Monday Night Football and of course the Super Bowl. So I don't see why they wouldn't drop, even a 30-second quick spot there, or a full-on trailer by February, because that's getting close to May. So that would be cool. But yeah, so for as far as Marvel stuff that they announced for Disney Plus Day, lots of stuff. So for Marvel, they announced the What If Season 2.
Okay.
They also had Moon Knight. So for a lot of these announcements, they only would announce like, hey, for example, Marvel Studios Moon Knight, an original series coming soon to Disney Plus. That's it. No date. It's just all coming soon for a lot of these. She-Hulk, an original series coming soon to Disney Plus. Miss Marvel. I heard, so Miss Marvel says coming summer 2022. I guess it was pushed back the next year. It was supposed to.
Is that a series or a movie?
It's a series.
It's a series, right? Okay.
Yeah, series. So Miss Marvel was scheduled to release this year, but who knows what happened? They shuffled it around. It's coming out next summer. Echo, I'm not. That's probably the only one I'm not familiar with.
That's a villain.
A villain?
Yeah.
Really?
Hawkeye's a villain.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Spoilers.
Interesting that we're getting a series for we're getting an Agatha Harkness series.
Spoilers.
Yeah, well, not really.
No, for the Hawkeye TV series.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. Well,
so she should be there.
It's really interesting that Echo is getting a series even before the Hawkeye series is dropped. Like they didn't even wait to see how it does. They're just like, hey.
Yeah.
What can you describe the character of Echo?
She's the adopted daughter of Kingpin.
Oh.
And
okay.
It's based on like something about Daredevil and all that stuff. So Daredevil might show up in her.
Oh my god. Okay. Now I'm getting excited.
I'm just letting you know, because I'm not trying to be like, spoiling everything for Disney, but
right. So, well, we did talk about it a few episodes back. The possibility of what's his name? Actor who played Wilson Fisk in Daredevil. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool, dude.
I'm blanking on his name.
Matt Murdock?
No. The guy who played Wilson Fisk in the Daredevil.
God.
Wilson Fisk actor. Yeah, it's like I had his name at the tip of my tongue, but I'm just like,
I know I can't remember his name right now. Jesus, this is embarrassing. He's one of my favorite actors too. Like to just
Vincent D'Onofrio.
There you go, Vincent D'Onofrio. Yeah. Sorry, Vincent.
So a few episodes back, I did mention that he on Twitter, Vincent D'Onofrio, the actor who played the Kingpin or Wilson Fisk on the Daredevil Netflix series, has teased that he'd like. Of course, well he didn't tease that he'd love to come back. He literally tweeted he'd love to come back as the Kingpin. because he really enjoyed playing the character. But he has teased, or he's played around with his tweets, that possibly he could be coming back. But now that you mentioned Echo is the adopted daughter of Wilson Fisk, I mean, how can you not bring in Wilson Fisk?
And also, Mike, not sure if we the Spider-Man trailer. We're gonna talk about it later.
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about it like a few weeks back. It was about the Sinister Six, right?
Yeah.
I only counted 5.
Yes, they're saying that there's they're gonna reveal the last.
And in the comic books, Wilson Fisk is part of the Sinister Six also.
Really, I didn't know that. Huh?
Yeah, it interchanges like the Avengers.
Right,
like,
that I know, but I just had no idea that Kingpin was ever a part of the Sinister.
Oh, he hated Spider-Man as much as he hated Daredevil, or if not more, because Spider-Man is more mouthy. So
right, yeah, that I know, but I just had no idea that Wilson Fisk was ever a part of the Sinister Six.
So I mean, Vincent D'Onofrio might show up, but
okay,
no way home.
Yeah, so this is from Vincent D'Onofrio's official Twitter account 4 days ago. So about a few days ago, they had the premiere of the Hawkeye series in Hollywood. So they premiered, I think, the first 2 episodes or possibly 3 episodes, and of course, the reaction has been very positive for it. So 4 days ago, Vincent D'Onofrio retweeted the trailer for the Hawkeye series, and Marvel Studios tweet is basically just saying 1 week until we hit the mark. Marvel Studios Hawkeye official starts streaming November 24th on Disney Plus. And Vincent D'Onofrio's tweet, the tweet that he added to that, is "This is going to be fun. I love these Marvel series." So
these,
okay. Not just this, these.
Yeah.
So the fact that man, I think Kevin Feige's smart enough. I'm sure he has everything laid out for like the next 5-10 years, and we're only finding out about what we're getting like within the next.
No, and everybody ate it up when he said that he hated the Marvel, the Netflix Marvel shows and all that stuff.
Right.
Remember when he said that, and I was like, it wasn't even that. Iron Fist was the only one that was bad, and half of the Defenders. But right. Everything else was good. So.
And when did he say that? About how many years ago? That was like years back, right?
Yeah. So but then he realized, he's like, we're not tapping this market.
Right. And I think, and there's a petition of fans who wanted to bring back Daredevil.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm sure that was brought to his attention as well, because for a lot of fans who enjoyed the Netflix series, the Daredevil one is my favorite one. How can you ignore that cast? And I mean, if the show sucked, then no one would even be talking about it till up to today. Like, no, let's move on. Cast a new Daredevil, right? But the thing was, the show was great. The cast is great. So that would be really cool if we get them back, and we get Kingpin in this series, and we get him in. Sure, why not? And because there's also speculation that we're gonna get Matt Murdock in Spider-Man: No Way Home, even from that first teaser that we got when Peter Parker is sitting at a desk and we see some guy's arms with his shirt folded up. Everyone's speculating that's Matt Murdock, because I guess Peter Parker's at the beginning of the movie, it seems like, of course, from the events of Far From Home, when Mysterio revealed, and thanks to J. Jonah Jameson, revealed Peter Parker's true identity, or Spider-Man's true identity as Peter Parker, he's now facing legal ramifications, and he's looking for a lawyer, like, hey, how do I get out of this? Like, because of course people are going to be suing him like crazy and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that would be awesome if we get Vincent D'Onofrio and the rest of the Daredevil cast back, and even the other actors from the other Marvel series. I never got to check out Iron Fist.
Second season.
Huh?
Watch the second season.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I did start the first episode, but I never finished it. But
yeah,
the only reason why I want to watch that is because of
It was
Jessica Henwick.
Yeah, it was probably the worst casting for a character since um since Scarlett Johansson played that Asian character in
In where?
well, no, I mean technically she's Asian, so like, that's fine.
She's
I
an
guess.
honorary Asian.
Yeah, I take that back. No, it was bad. Like Danny, like he wasn't the actor. He's probably a fantastic actor or whatever. Don't get me wrong, but he's not a martial artist.
Right.
So it's like watching, it's just watching like somebody not learned or not, that doesn't have the know-how to pretending to do something.
Right.
So in the second season, he improved a lot better. So that's why the action scenes were a lot better. But the first season was horrible.
Yeah. So
yeah, just the two, or watch Luke Cage, watch Daredevil, and then watch Jessica Jones.
Well, I've seen Daredevil. I've seen all of them.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones, I started, but I kind of lost interest.
It gets a little better because again it goes to the psyche of why Jessica was acting like Jessica. So.
Right. So Charlie Cox, of course, is the actor I was referring to, who plays Matt Murdock in Daredevil. And of course, like, it'd be great if we got the rest of the cast, like Deborah Ann Wall as Karen Page, Rosario Dawson as Claire Temple. I don't know if we can get her back or if even there's a part, because she's gonna be pretty busy early next year, because she's gonna be filming Ahsoka with my buddy Dave Filoni. So but we need to get Eldon Henson back as Foggy Nelson. And of course John Bernthal as Punisher. So that's just the main cast. Oh, and Elodie Young. I really like Elodie Young as Electra. I thought she was good. She was okay.
She was all right.
Yeah. By the way,
Jennifer Gardner still played Electra better.
Yeah. Interesting.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's like that actor playing Danny Rand as Iron Fist. So.
Interesting.
That's not a thing.
Yeah. By the way, Ayolet Zurer plays Vanessa Fisk, the wife, was she the wife already by the time?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, the wife of Wilson Fisk, Vanessa Fisk, who's also, of course, Lara L from Man of Steel. So she's a fantastic actor.
Oh no, I don't think they're married during Daredevil.
Okay, they were just dating.
Yeah, they were just. Then she found out that he was like a criminal.
Right, but then she really got more she fell more in love with him.
Yeah,
because she saw his true like nature.
Yeah.
She loved it. Scott Glenn is also great as Stick. Isn't he the mentor of?
Sure. I mean,
well, I like.
He's supposed to be an Asian character.
Oh, really?
Stick.
Yeah.
Stick fighting. I'm just saying.
I didn't know.
It always ends up being like a white savior, so it's okay. That's fine.
Yeah. Let's see. That would be fantastic if we got Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox and company back in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Like Echo's probably going to be a villain first in Hawkeye, if I'm not mistaken. Spoilers.
Okay.
But
just setting it up.
And and then she's going to be an anti-hero / hero.
Okay, interesting. All right,
so she's gonna find out she doesn't like her dad.
Okay. He's got daddy issues.
Yeah, I mean, people became like Captain Marvel or strippers. So at least she took the right path.
Right.
And became a hero. So.
Right. Okay. So the other shows that they announced is Spider-Man Freshman Year. It's an original animated series coming soon to Disney Plus. I Am Groot.
Kids.
Yeah. I Am Groot.
For kids.
An animated original series, and then Iron Heart, an original series coming soon to Disney Plus.
Is it a cartoon? I'm assuming.
They did not announce that it's a cartoon. It is live action. I'm assuming it's live action.
Okay, if it's live action, that's going to be a whole lot of tech because that's Mimi. That's the African American MIT student
Right.
that became Iron Heart. So
Yeah.
that's
And
that's a lot of tech. So I'm assuming it's going to be a cartoon.
I think this is live action.
If it's going to be live action, then that's cool. So
because
they're probably setting up the Young Avengers as a movie somewhere. So
yeah. Well, so they were doing press for Hawkeye, and one of the reporters, I guess, asked a question to, oh my goodness, what's her name?
Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld, yeah. So they asked her a question. Are we going to see the Young Avengers? Something to that effect. The question had Young Avengers in it, and she turned around and looked at Kevin Feige, and Kevin Feige just gave her this look like, you better not say anything. So there you go. Yeah, we're gonna see the Young Avengers soon. It would be cool to see it as a movie rather than on Disney Plus. So, but who knows?
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
It would be kind of nice to see because they again pretty much everybody's there except for Kid Nova. So Ironheart is there. Kate Bishop is there.
Yeah.
I want to say if she plays her cards right, Shuri's Black Panther might be there as an Avenger.
Right.
But who knows? Based on her tweets recently, she's like putting herself in some.
Well, she's injured. She got injured too, so they delayed the production on Black Panther 2. Has been currently on hold. It's currently on pause because of her injury. And then the kid from Falcon and the Winter Soldier that was introduced with
the Patriot.
Yeah, that one. And then we also have Yelena Belova from Black Widow. Isn't
she's
she
not
part
really
of the
young?
Avengers? Huh?
Technically, she's not young anymore.
Yes, but she's gonna be a part of the Young Avengers, most likely, right?
I guess.
I mean, she is the Black Widow now. So yeah, and then we also have Agatha, House of Harkness, an original series coming soon to Disney Plus.
You think it's gonna be like Twilight? You think it's gonna be like Twilight Zone?
Who knows?
I would think like she'd just be like a host, and then like it'll be like different shows or different topics or something.
Right.
Because she can make up shit. That would be fun, kind of fun if she did that.
Yeah, that would be cool. We shall see. But she obviously made such an impact that she got her own show. So,
Yeah.
They also announced Marvel Zombies, an animated original series from Marvel Studios.
Next.
And then
nobody cares.
Secret Invasion.
Yep, that's the big one.
That's an original series as well.
That's the big one. That's the one that Feige wants. So.
Yeah. And then within Secret Invasion, so a lot of these just have logos. Within Secret Invasion, you've got purple at the top and then green with purple glitches on the title.
Yeah, so that it's basically the whatchamacallit?
The Skrulls.
Yeah, the Skrulls, and then you saw the new look of Nick Fury, right?
Yes.
With the beard and the scruffy beard, and then the no eye patch. It looks even more badass.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of like a fucked up Mace Windu, like when Mace Windu got electrocuted.
Right.
That could have been something.
He would come back after, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Marvel announcements. And then they also did announce that not all of the Marvel films, but a lot of them, including Shang-Chi, is now streaming on Disney Plus with IMAX enhanced. So the picture actually goes bigger as far as so you're seeing more. It says unleash the power of IMAX at home. So it's for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, if I'm not mistaken, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame as well. And then we also have Guardians of the Galaxy 1. And then it's also for, let's see, what else it is? Black Panther, Black Widow, and then Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange. So yeah, Shang-Chi I already mentioned, and Iron Man. So pretty cool. And then last night, we actually watched Shang-Chi again. And then we watched the first Iron Man after. So it's been a while since we saw that first Iron Man, so we watched it. But yeah, that's pretty cool that they added that IMAX enhanced to these movies. And then anything else with, of course, the big thing now in Marvel, of course, is Spider-Man. They released the official trailer. They released it last week, and I was hoping that we would get the tickets already go on sale, but no, because I even checked my Cinemark app for tickets and showtimes. There was nothing. What did they announce after the trailer? Tickets go on sale the day after my birthday, actually, November 29th, Cyber Spider Monday. So I'm like, oh, okay. I guess the movie theaters have to prepare their servers because it's gonna be crazy. They're gonna crash. So at least they're preparing for the overload of the influx of people who are going to, access the sites and buy those tickets, especially for opening night, opening weekend. So, but yeah, with the trailer, what'd you think of it, Kuya?
It's Spider-Man trailer. Wait, what am I expecting? Like they kind of expect, and I told you in the private chat that they kind of lost me when they made fun of Doc Ock's name, and I was like, really? Like you're fucking kicking a dead horse, because they did that also with in the other in the cartoon, and they did that in the comic books, and they did that in the other movies also, or in Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Yes.
So why is it a running joke? And it's not really a fucking thing. The guy's a psychopath, and then you're gonna make fun of him. So like I was just watching it as a I'm like, it looks good, it looks cool. I heard Brazil had a different take on it, so
right, they had the alternate scene of Spider-Man jumping towards it looks like Lizard.
Yeah.
And who's in the middle?
It was Electro, Sandman, and the Lizard.
Right. And then you see in the Brazil version of the trailer, you see Lizard jumping towards nothing, and then he somehow gets punched or kicked in the face. So, and of course, the jokes and the memes run wild. It was John Cena.
Yeah, because he was invisible, or
Right.
it was fucking Batista's character.
Yeah, Drax
or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody knows. Everybody and their grandmother knows already that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's going to be here in this movie. Why just fucking show them already? People are just this little like, we're gonna give you a big reveal, blah blah blah. Nobody gives a shit anymore. Everybody knows. Like I'm not gonna, like Pinhead would say, like, he's not gonna fucking nut all over this because everybody knows already.
Right.
It's I don't know. It made it even worse. That the fact that they had to CGI the shit out, to remove Andrew Garfield or whoever the Spider-Man was in that thing. Just to show them already. Just tell them, hey, this is the story. This is what's going to happen, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It's not Mephisto. It's not. It's not fucking.
Or could it be Mephisto?
Nah, I don't. I highly doubt it. Like the most powerful wizard in the history of wizardom gets distracted by an annoying kid's like fucking banter of like, wait, don't wait, yet.
So that's my question to you. Do you think this is really Doctor Strange, or could it be someone else?
It could be Doctor Strange. No, to be honest with you, it could be Doctor Strange. It could be Wanda controlling Doctor Strange. You know, because they said that Wanda is the villain in the Multiverse of Doom or Multiverse of Madness, right?
Right.
So I don't know what's going on. Again, those are the questions that, like, you know, I at this point I don't care. I know there's going to be a Spidey moment that, like, you know, somebody near and dear to Spidey is going to die because Tom Holland never had that.
Right.
So it's either Happy Hogan that's going to die, Aunt May, or Mary Jane.
Yeah, it looks like,
or it could be Ned's fat ass. So.
It looks like it could be Happy Hogan or even Aunt May. That's the speculation from the screen grabs from the trailer.
From again, like, those are the speculations, and again, there has to be a Spider-Man moment like that in order for him to realize that, you know, he needs to, he can't be a baby anymore. That he needs to man the fuck up, and you know, he doesn't need a mentor. So the last two mentors that he's ever gonna need is gonna be both Spider-Mans, right? Saying like, hey, you know what? My Uncle Ben died, and I didn't stop the guy. And then Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man's gonna say, oh yeah, like my girlfriend died because I couldn't stop it.
Right.
But shit happens, and we have to move on.
Right. Yeah. In the last shot, we see MJ being pushed, or she's falling, and it looks like he's jumping after her. But then
trying to catch her or something. I don't know.
Right. The speculation is Tom Holland's Spider-Man is not going to end up catching her. It's going to be Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man who will save MJ to make up for what he didn't get to do in Amazing Spider-Man 2 when he lost.
To be perfectly honest with you, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man did catch Gwen Stacy. The fact is, like, her neck snapped because of the force of the catch.
Right.
So technically, he caught her, right? Technically.
Right. Technically, with his web. But this time, I think he's going to make sure that he catches. If he ends up doing it himself, he's going to catch MJ with his hands.
Yeah.
He's not going to use his web because that's very risky.
Yeah, or you can use, like, the web to make a fucking, like, web pillow or something, right? You know, instead of like, oh, let me just grab her by the body and then just yank really hard.
Yeah, that's not as
you know, spider webs aren't bungee, so it's not gonna stretch.
Right. And yeah, we also finally get visual confirmation of Green Goblin, because we actually see him in the trailer, which is awesome. So we're assuming Willem Dafoe, because we hear his voice a few times here. And it also looks like Doc Ock somehow, his octopus arms, his robotic octopus arms somehow absorbs some of Spider-Man's spider armor. Yeah. Because you see that in one of his tentacles, it's red, or it turns red. So I'm like, oh boy, he's getting that Stark tech there.
I mean, because the nanobots are mental, right? Or they're controlled by the neurons, or by the mind, and so is the Octech. So.
Right. And some are also speculating that maybe in that case, like Doc Ock regains consciousness and control, because now he might end up helping Peter Parker. Who knows? Because when he sees him, when Peter reveals his face, at first we see, in the trailer at least, we're meant to believe, like, he says, hello.
You're not Peter. You're not Peter.
Yeah, you're not Peter Parker. And which, of course, a bunch of memes are out there right now, which is pretty freaking hilarious. By the way, there is a new TV spot that dropped today. And in that, it's just more of that scene when he first, Doc Ock first encounters Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And Tom Holland's Spider-Man, of course, has his own spider armor arms, and Doc Ock says like, "Oh, it looks like we've got competition." He talks to one of his tentacles because he did that in Spider-Man 2.
Mm.
So, but yeah, and then we also get visual confirmation of Jamie Foxx as Electro, and he's sporting the classic Electro look costume. Not exactly the
Well,
costume, the green and yellow.
like whenever he fires something, it shows like the little like he sparks like this.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. I mean,
Yep.
there's a way of getting around, and then he's got he's got the Uggs,
Yeah.
or or the Tims, the Tim
Yeah,
Room.
yeah,
And then yeah, there's a bunch going on in the trailer. We even get a really fast shot of another. I don't know if it's Willem Dafoe's Goblin. It could be another young Green Goblin. Who knows? Because it's a very fast shot. He's going flying down towards the camera.
The one with the blades coming out.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That's the one.
So yeah, there's a lot going on. I hope they don't release a trailer anymore. This is it. I'm fine with that. I enjoyed that trailer. I actually prefer them not showing Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, even if we know. I think they're really saving the moment for the big screen. The excitement alone is just going to be, I think it's going to be on the level of Endgame, possibly even bigger, because people are just so excited and hyped, even if they know it's coming. I think that's pretty cool that they're not. They could easily show them in the trailer, but they're not. I think that's cool. But then there's also a part when Peter tries to get that cube, that magic cube or whatever, and he tries to escape from Doctor Strange. And you see Peter, Tom Holland's Peter Parker, is grabbed by two different webs from the portals.
No, it's the same web. Like yeah, because like when he when he was trying to swing away, Doctor Strange made the portal to teleport behind him.
Okay.
So he caught himself with his own web.
Interesting. Okay.
So I was like,
interesting. Yeah, because everyone was saying like, oh, that's two different webs. That's two different Spider-Man.
It's the same web. It's that's a little too gimmicky for people. Like, oh, Doctor Strange is in cahoots with the other two Spider-Men. So like,
yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, and then that part too, when Doctor Strange says, "I'm sorry, they all die. That's their destiny," or something like that. They all like all his villains all die. But Tom Holland Spider-Man, Peter Parker doesn't want these villains to die. He actually wants to save them. That's very noble of Peter Parker. Very noble of Spider-Man.
And then like he ends up killing most of them already because of the fact that one of them is probably going to kill like either Happy Hogan, Aunt May, or MJ, right?
Who knows?
It'll take that because again, Spider-Man's tragic story is somebody near and dear to him that died because he didn't do anything.
Right. Well, he already lost Uncle Ben, but we never saw that. It's just
I mean that in this MCU, it could have been like, oh, he died in a car accident, or he they never said he got assaulted by somebody.
Right.
So
they just hit at it. And I think the reason why they did that is because in the on-screen story of this Spider-Man, his Uncle Ben is basically Tony Stark. They kind of replaced Tony Stark for that.
Yeah, which is horseshit. So
yeah, I mean, So, but so much going on in the trailer. I just want my damn tickets. I want to be sitting in the theater now. I want to watch it. I'm excited for this movie. This is going to be the biggest movie of the year, no doubt.
Unfortunately, right? Yeah. Unfortunately.
Well, I mean, box office wise, but hey, at least
no. Unfortunately, it is going to be that versus like a fucking cinema inducing masterpiece like Dune.
Well, hey, at least Dune is going to get to continue its story, right? So that's cool.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And it's done. I think it's done really well at the box office too, from what I've seen.
Oh yeah.
And then so as far as the release date of Spider-Man No Way Home, so I thought it was interesting. So you know how most international markets get most of American-made movies. They get it first before we do, and it kind of always pissed me off. Like, what the fuck? Why are you guys getting
this is the exception, I think, to the rule.
this? Well, I guess it was, but now it's not. At least not first, anyway. But I think the reason why they do it a lot, they release a lot of these movies ahead in international markets, is to combat piracy. If I'm not mistaken, that's one of the biggest things. But I definitely want to look more into that and to see why that is, why they release a lot of these Hollywood movies first in international markets. But so I just found out. So the release date here in the US is December 17th, right? So December 17th, that's a Friday. In the Philippines, movie theaters have now just reopened, like within the last few weeks. So they've just reopened. A lot of people are going back to the cinema there, which is great. The Philippines does not get it until January 8th. Which is like, wow, that's tough. Because
that reminds me of like when we were growing up in the Philippines, Mike.
Right.
Like the release date for like Hollywood movies back then was like, we get it like a month or two afterwards.
Right. Yeah. Which is odd because now it's flipped.
I know, right? Which is now it's fine. Like I like it that way, I guess. Because I was so naive back then, but
right.
Yeah.
So
America first, damn it.
So
now that we're here in America first.
So what a lot of Filipino Spider-Man fans have done is they started a petition to get the movie to be released on December 17th over there.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, the last time I checked, they had 10,000 signatures.
Nice. Yeah.
Which is a decent amount for a petition. 10,000, that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm curious. I'd like to check how many signatures they're at. Yeah, because I mean, for a lot of them, of course, for a lot of the fans, they go on Facebook, they go on social media. They don't. Their biggest concern was seeing all the spoilers. But then even now, you can see a lot of spoilers anyway, right?
Well, Mike, you already want to know what happened?
No.
Okay, because I can find out for you.
Yeah, I've already heard some stuff here and there.
I don't know.
I prefer not to. I just like to be.
No, you hear it because it's there. That's the thing, and you try to avoid it, but it's there. So when you hear it, you just go like this. I guess I'll see it in the movie. Right. That's it. That's all I gotta say. I guess I'll just see it in the movie. It's fine.
Right. But yeah, I'm trying to find out. Let's see. I'm trying to search here on the for the petition, how many signatures they're at currently. But yeah, this movie, the hype, the excitement is unlike. They did have. So by the way, last week when they released the trailer, they did have a premiere in LA for the release of the trailer. They did it here in the US. They also did it in Mexico City, if I'm not mistaken. Here in the US, they had a packed theater. Tom Holland showed up. They did have like a little bit of a Q&A. And then Tom Holland even did tear up a bit because he really appreciates the reception of the fans and the support towards the towards his performance as Spider-Man and for support of the movies. So yeah, I'm trying to search now on Facebook if I can find it. Let me see. We can even find it. Kuya, you still there? All righty.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Okay, cool. I was cutting off for a bit there.
No. You were fine. I can hear you. I was hearing you. Loud and clear.
Okay, cool. All righty. So yeah. So in the Philippines, they even made a hashtag. Don't delay No Way Home PH for Philippines. So let's see. So this is a petition on change.org. So the last time I checked, it was at 10,000 signatures. This was a few weeks back. Currently, it is at 35,762 signatures. So their goal now is,
what's the cap? The cap is 50, right? Before people get answered on change.
their goal is to 50,000. At 50,000 signatures, this petition becomes one of the top signed on change.org.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's constantly climbing. So and it's only November 21st. So they have time. They have time to make it, at least get the attention of Marvel, you know. But I wonder, I mean, the best way to also get noticed is, you know, to tweet the hashtag on Twitter to really get it trending. But yeah, so this was started by Lance Chua. He started this petition to Columbia Pictures Philippines and 3 other companies. So Sony Pictures, Marvel Studios, Cinema Exhibitors Association of the Philippines. So yeah. Part of his petition, it said here, he's a huge MCU fan. He would definitely like for Spider-Man No Way Home to release in the Philippines.
That's a red flag already. Fucking why do you got to tell him like he's a huge MCU fan? Just tell him like I'm a lover of cinema and movies, and we would like to see a cinematic masterpiece like No Way Home in the movie theaters at the same time as you know, its opening day instead of the delay.
Well, he mentioned
if they said it that way instead of saying, "Oh, I'm an MCU fan," that gives you a fucking, you know, accreditation already. You know, you're like, oh yeah, I'm an MCU fan. Can I get free donuts? Like, you know, that's no.
Yeah,
it doesn't give you anything.
He mentions with the implications of this film being so big in terms of the overall effect of this film in the MCU. If you are to release this film here in the Philippines in January of 2022, there will, all caps, already be plenty of spoilers on the internet. And that will definitely ruin the experience for us, especially because, as already mentioned, the implications of this film is huge. This is not just a standalone film. So please release this film on December 17 here in the Philippines. Delay all other films for all we care. Just not Spider-Man No Way Home. I really hope this reaches the powers that be. Thank you very much. So,
it's poor writing.
It is. Yeah. It kind of is. When I look, and with the rest of it, it kind of is. It could have been drafted better. But hey, you know what? Good for them. They're now at 35,777. I hope they get it. But here's the thing that it could go. Like, there's only 2 ways this could go. It's either they get to 50,000, and then of course they get a response from
you know, Sony
and from Columbia Pictures
and Marvel saying no, it's not gonna happen. So go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, from Sony, from Marvel, from Columbia, they get okay, because of your support and your petition, we got you. You're gonna see it December 17th.
Nope.
Yay! Awesome.
Ain't gonna happen.
Or nothing happens, and the film is still going to be released on January 8th.
Yeah. And people are still gonna fucking watch it, even though they know about the spoilers anyways, because it's that big of a movie.
Right.
Because nobody cares if they get spoiled or not.
So they have the option. They can stay online, or they can go dark.
Yep.
Until January 8th.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Hey, if the DC fans had to suffer like what, 4 fucking years before the Snyder Cut got released, you know, maybe these MCU fans can have a little patience and just like, you know, hey, you know what, I can wait what, 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. 2.5 weeks until it gets released. You know, I don't have to be the first one in line to watch the fucking, you know, cinematic masterpiece No Way Home or whatever. So, yeah.
Right. And then as far as the international release, a bunch of other countries will get it first before December 17th. So starting on December 15th,
China, right?
um, China doesn't get it until December 17th.
Really? Okay.
It looks like South Korea
Okay.
gets it on December 15th, 2 days early. And a few other countries. I don't know if this is Sweden, because they just basically posted the flags of the country by emoji. So I'm like, and I don't memorize all the flags of the countries,
Well, what's the color
of the entire world. So there's is this Italy, blue, white, and red? 3 stripes or 3?
Italy's green, white, and red.
Oh,
That's
green,
probably
white.
France.
That's right. Okay, yeah. So
Is,
this
there,
is
is, there, is it vertical or horizontal?
It's vertical, blue, white, red.
It's either France or Netherlands. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. And there's a flag that's just red on the top and white on the bottom.
Singapore.
Okay.
Or Malaysia.
Okay, and then there's a blue flag with a yellow cross.
That's Sweden.
Sweden. Okay, so I got that right. Yeah, I got 2 out of 4. So those are December 15th. December 16th, it looks like Brazil.
Okay.
A lot of countries in Southern America.
Mm-hmm.
And then it looks like Australia. And a bunch of other countries. And then, of course, December 17th, more countries, along with the US, the UK, Germany. And then, of course, December 23, a few more countries. January 7 is Japan. January 8 is the Philippines. So the only one.
Yeah, like, they went about it the wrong way, because like those guys are like, first world countries. Yeah, they're not gonna be ahead of the fucking first world countries. And I'm sorry, Philippines, I love you, but no. Yeah. You're gonna be at the back end of everything. January 8th. Just enjoy the dark, or read the spoilers, read the hashtags and the tweets and stuff, and it's fine. You're gonna watch it anyways because there's nothing else to do after Christmas and New Year's in the Philippines. So it's either Three Kings or I don't know what else do they celebrate in the Philippines after New Year's. Three Kings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do, so just wait until the movie comes out.
So I'm curious now to see how this hashtag is doing on Twitter. So hashtag don't delay No Way Home PH. And there's people tweeting about it, but it looks like the last tweets about it were 4 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Which
how many likes or retweets?
I'm not seeing that. Actually. Yeah, I mean, because if it was trending, you would see it on the trending page.
Oh.
So
yeah, like restore the Snyderverse. God damn it! That's a trending
that one
hashtag.
Has trended time and time again.
Yeah.
So that's pretty easy for the Snyder fans.
Like remember when they released the trailer for the Eternal, or when the Eternals were released.
Yeah.
In the movie theaters, like for whatever the hell reason, restore the Snyderverse showed up too. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Maybe, maybe because is the Eternals cinema versus the other MCU shit.
Maybe. Also, Michael Keaton did mention that he is filming a few scenes for Vulture. So what those exactly are, we're not sure, but he was on a late night show recently, and he mentioned that, so this is from Jimmy Kimmel Live. So he said he's shooting some Vulture stuff in a mystery Marvel project tomorrow. So this is 3 days ago. So he already filmed it, but a few days ago. But the fact that he's filming stuff for a mystery Marvel project, that's interesting. Yeah, and then there's also mention that Tom Holland did not like the ending for No Way Home. He wasn't happy with it. So he actually pitched his own version of a better ending that he liked, and they reworked it and rewrote it. So there you go.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yep.
Release release the original ending where like everybody dies. And
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, as far as Marvel, and then also, so this is going off on another Marvel series or movie. So this is for Blade, who will be played by Mahershala Ali. The actor Delroy Lindo is in final talks to join Mahershala Ali in Blade. So Delroy
nice.
Lindo, of course, is quite an acting legend, and
Yeah.
it'll be really cool to see him.
He's gonna be Whistler, right?
Huh? He's what?
He's gonna be Whistler, right?
I mean, why not? That would be awesome.
Yeah. I mean
So
that kind of banter would be kind of cool. Like he is kind of authoritative like that. He brings out like that swag.
right, right. So yeah, it says here no word on who he'll be playing, but the film will reportedly start shooting late summer 2022. So that's from the Hollywood Reporter.
Oh, did you see that tweet that Wesley Snipes gave or posted?
No, I didn't see that.
He I think he gave the blessing. And then he says that Mahershal's gonna be like a great Blade, but there's only one original Blade.
Right, right.
That's what he said that. But he kind of sort of gave the blessing, saying he'll do a good job, but there's only one Blade, something like that.
That's cool.
Which,
I mean, that
which
would be
is
cool if they gave him a cameo. Why not?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
technically, Blade kind of saved the Marvel, franchise overall, right?
The superhero genre. To be
Right.
perfectly honest with you,
Yeah, because that
because
was
if it wasn't for the success of the Blade movies, X-Men wouldn't have been created.
right.
So.
That's true. Yep. And then, of course, I forgot to mention, um, when we were talking about the Marvel Disney Plus Day announcements, the only reason why I forgot to mention was I was saving it for last, but then I ended up forgetting it as we passed it. The 90s X-Men animated series is making a comeback. I think that's the biggest, most exciting announcement for me from Marvel Disney Plus Day, as far as Marvel Disney Plus Day announcements. Yeah, the 90s X-Men animated series is coming back, and it's currently titled X-Men 97. So they're going to be returning with new episodes to Disney Plus. So
is it gonna be the same animation?
I'm sure it's gonna look more modern. There was a tease on the character style, and it looks faithful to that. Like, it looks inspired from that.
Are they gonna have the same theme song?
That's the thing. It has to be. Everyone loves that theme song, so it has to be.
Because I can just hum it a little bit and then you can continue it without even thinking about it, right?
Right, right. So
right. Like
yeah.
even the casual, like if I start doing
Yep.
see,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
dude. Every Friday night, I look forward to that show, and I love that intro.
And this was the very first time that everybody knew that Wolverine was a simp, because he was like simping on Jean the whole entire time.
Right.
Oh, Jean. Oh, Jean. Oh, Jean.
Well, the voice, the guy who played Wolverine, was the perfect voice too. Perfect. So
like, hopefully they get the same voice actors, yeah, if they're still alive.
I mean, yeah, if whoever's
kind of
still
cool
around, yeah, why not? I don't see why they wouldn't want to come back. I mean, yeah.
I don't know. Like, you saw that tweet that I posted about the, because like somebody famous posted like the Gambit was like the most useless X-Men or something like that.
Yes, right? Yes, I saw that.
Or the most overrated X-Men.
Or no, Storm.
Yeah, well, the original one with Storm was the most overrated X-Men.
Okay.
And then he said also Jean Grey. Without so if it wasn't for the Phoenix thing, she wouldn't be shit.
Yeah.
and then the reason I reacted to that particular one was because I saw the one from a famous person that said, to be perfectly honest with you, Gambit was the most overrated one because all he did was throw cards. And I
Uh-huh.
was like this celebrity. I was like, really? Yeah, obviously you don't know the comic books.
Right. You have
So
never
when
read it.
when
Yeah.
I went into the original tweet, I saw what the guy said, and then I was like, this motherfucker must be a Wolverine fan. And fair
Yeah.
enough. And fair enough, he was a Wolverine fan. I was like, oh, holy shit! How did I know this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like that's why I retweeted like I guess like you're he's making fun of somebody that's whose character's getting cucked. His favorite character is getting cucked by this person all the time
Right.
because like it. See, this is again the issue that I have. Right, Wolverine is a side character. The '90s X-Men cartoons made him into a superstar, and hence
Right.
the reason the X-Men movies became the X-Men or the Wolverine Storm Show, right?
Right.
Because of the cartoon, because like in the pop in one of the most popular cartoons in the '90s, the biggest star was Wolverine. And then they created the video games, and they'll go, oh, Berserker Barrage and all that stuff, right? So, and I was like, oh god, this like
Well,
for
yeah, there was even an early 2000s animated series called Wolverine and the X-Men.
yep. And I didn't
Uh,
watch it at all because because it was full of shit. He's never like and up until like recently he wasn't the leader in the X-Men because he was a hothead.
right.
He always wanted to go off on his own. Like every he did never listen to leadership. He never listened to like if they have any missions. He's like, oh, all right, go do whatever the fuck you want. I'll go my way, and I'll see you there. Because he's the badass. He's the lone wolf type of thing.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know, man. I I I loved the the original '90s. Cartoons because they stayed true to what the comic books was back in the day. They
Right.
like most of the cartoons most of the stories they based it off of the cartoons
Right.
or the cartoons were based off of the comic books what they made in the '90s back in the day.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I I really don't know because like that kind of nostalgia is pretty hard, man. So
Yeah.
some people are excited. I guess I'll take a gander. But if I don't like it, I'll stop watching, man. As
Right.
simple as that.
Yeah. Yep. And then going back, by the way, to A Galaxy Far, Far Away, this was just announced 2 days ago.
Hmm.
Um, this is from Deadline, and it seems like it's a pretty legit source, not just because of Deadline, because I think other reputable, I think Hollywood Reporter may have also reported about it. Um, but anyway, this is the casting for Ahsoka for the series for the Ahsoka series. It says here this is from Get Fandom, but the source is originally Deadline. Star Wars Ahsoka recruits Natasha Liu Bordizzo to play Sabine Wren.
Okay.
So she's an Asian actor from Australia, originally
Hmm.
from Australia. If I'm not mistaken, she also was in the most recent Crouching Tiger
Hmm.
film.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I saw a clip of her sword fighting,
yeah.
and looks like they got it. They made a good choice because, spoilers: Sabine Wren, in the Rebels animated series, she learns how to use the dark saber. So eventually, she's a Mandalorian and a skilled fighter. So the fact that actress, she was wielding a sword and looking badass. Safe to say, and she's relatively an unknown. She's not huge yet, um, which I think is good for the character of Sabine, because like Rosario Dawson, when she was cast. Like, yeah, she's known, but she's not overly huge that it distracts from the
Yeah, and like she's not known to be an action like she's
right,
into action, but it's all about guns and other shit, you know.
right, right.
So yeah,
So yeah, this is really exciting because now we're gonna see live action Sabine with Ahsoka in this adventure, or perhaps maybe not the whole time. Who knows? But I'm just excited because
you think Kanan and the rest of the crew is gonna show up too?
oh man. Well, so in the timeline of Ahsoka, if
They
it's
should have
going,
died, right? Or
yeah,
Kanan died already.
yeah, Kanan's already gone. Spoilers, because yeah, Kanan, yeah, is not around in this era, at least not in this timeline. But so far for the Ahsoka cast, we've got Rosario Dawson, of course, as Ahsoka Tano, Hayden Christensen coming back as Anakin Skywalker, and Natasha Liu Bordizzo as Sabine Wren. So, yeah, really exciting.
Yeah.
And let's see, I'm looking here. What other stuff we have? Of course, Ghostbusters Afterlife came out this weekend. I haven't gotten the chance to see it yet, but overall, it looks like the reaction is very positive.
Yeah.
It's really a movie made for the fans, which is great, which is how it should be anyway.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I saw like similarities to this one from the very first Ghostbusters, if I'm not mistaken. Because the doorways are there, because the gatekeeper and the keymaster. I saw the animals.
I didn't see
Right?
them.
Like
So,
I saw the trailer. There's like the dogs.
yeah.
Those are that's the keymaster and the gatekeeper.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then Dozer was the little marshmallow man, like the one that bit what's his name's hand or finger.
Right. Yeah,
So
I actually want to revisit the first movie. It's
hey,
been
that would be kind of cool if this is like a different retake on that particular story.
right.
So instead of New York, it happened like in like some rural podunk town or whatever, you know.
Right. So there was a quote so earlier today from Fandom. I guess they had an interview with Jason Reitman. And so he basically what his quote was, the quote that they took was he basically said, every culture has their own ghost stories. I'd love to see that Ghostbusters logo on them. So Ghostbusters Afterlife director Jason Reitman aimed to set the stage for future Ghostbusters films from all of our favorite filmmakers. So that's pretty cool because I mean, I'd love to see a Ghostbusters set in different countries, set in different cultures. Why not? Because there's
Right? Like crossover in the Philippines with Trece. Oh my god, that'd be kind of cool.
Why not? Like, you know, the Philippines alone. Like, yeah, we've talked about Trece, but those are some of the lean towards the supernatural. But then, yeah, we've also got ghosts. We've also got, you know, lots of ghost stuff there in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh
I mean,
man.
Korea or Japan alone, they're gonna have like so many ghosts right there.
There you go. So wait, don't. Oh no, it's the Chinese. The Chinese don't like ghosts, right? Or do they believe in them?
They consider ghosts as like ancestors and stuff. So they're like
Okay.
it's not they're not malevolent. They're not benign. They're just there.
Okay. Okay.
But there's like in Japanese culture, there's some ghosts like Ju-on was like a bad poltergeist and everything. Korean
Right.
culture, so same thing. So
Gotcha.
like it's spirits that needed to transition over, but they didn't. That's why they became that. So
Right. Yeah. And then of course they also announced so Warner Brothers announced that they have the Warner Brothers Multiverses game coming up. So it's all Warner Brothers it's basically Super Smash Bros with Warner Brothers characters. And Matthew Lillard will be voicing Shaggy in the game. He also plays
Jesus
Shaggy
Christ.
in live action. And you know how there's those memes of Shaggy being so powerful.
Zoinks! Zoinks!
That'll be interesting.
Zoinks!
You get to play Batman, you get to play Superman, and then all the other Warner Brothers. I hope we have Neo as well. And we have like the Iron Giant. That would be really cool.
LeBron
And
James, fucking yeah.
LeBron James.
Oh, hey, he punched somebody today, and he got kicked out of the basketball
I
game.
heard. So what? Well, he's gonna get suspended?
Come on, dude. He's LeBron James. He's probably gonna get a pat, like a slap on the wrist. Be like, hey,
So
you know what? Don't do that again.
why did he punch the guy? I need to watch the video. I haven't seen
No,
it.
because I guess apparently the few times that they were going back and forth, like the guy was kind of beating him, like like in basketball play, and I guess he just got frustrated, and then he kind of sort of like swung,
Uh-huh.
but like his elbow missed, and then it turned into a hammer fist. So
Oh,
the guy's eye or it popped open. Like, it was
that
like
I
a big.
saw. Yeah, he was bleeding. I saw
Oh
that.
yeah.
I'm
So
like, holy shit, bro.
when he got hit, he thought it was just fine and whatever. And then LeBron was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, bro."
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Oh, don't worry." And up until he only just freaked out when he saw like the blood like squirting
Right,
out.
right. Also,
That's when
he didn't mean to punch him. He just punched the
he
air.
punched. Dude, no, he
Okay,
fucking
okay.
punched him. Like,
Okay, so he meant to punch him. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
if you go to Twitter and you look at like if you do the hashtag LeBron or whatever right now,
Yeah.
like you're gonna see the fucking punch, dude. Like it's a hammer fist, bro.
Oh, shit, dude. Oh,
Yeah, it's bad. So
trending.
yeah,
Trending.
he probably his power move is probably gonna be flop in the hammer fist or something like that. So
Oh boy. Okay, so here we go. Let's check it
yeah.
out. I'm watching it. Oh man, they're getting into it.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, as soon as he found out he got in trouble and the guy was about to attack, he just went back, like, went behind like the biggest dude that he could find.
But yeah, they're holding him back. Like holy shit.
The guy was mad. Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh yeah. Oh man, they're going at it. Holy shit, dude.
yeah.
Holy shit. Fucking security. Is that security in the blue? The blue
Yep.
shirts? Oh yeah, he's bleeding. Oh fuck. Yeah. Oh man. Dude,
I think he was just frustrated or whatever. Yeah.
Just playing a game.
And then he got kicked out for flagrant two foul. So
Who did?
yeah, LeBron. He got
Okay.
ejected from the
Yeah,
game.
rightfully so.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's coming after him again.
Oh yeah.
Shit, dude, he's not stopping. Oh my god, dude. There's a girl. There's a girl. She's like 5 feet. She's like trying to help pull him back. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like like one of the trainers or something trying to help her help him out. Yeah. Like that.
oh man. Oh man. This is insane.
Hey, you know who never he never did that kind of shit.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like he did punch Reggie Miller once.
Did he? Oh, I don't remember that.
But it's just because like he wanted to punch Reggie Miller, so that was it. So that was the fight.
But he took out his frustration on the game.
Oh yeah.
He would shit talk the players, and he took it out. He took it out by playing his damn best.
Yeah.
Even when he had the fucking flu.
Yeah.
And that's a goat right there. Because I remember that shit.
Yeah. Oh, and they're saying it wasn't technically a flu. It was more of a stomach flu, like
okay.
And I was like, it's diarrhea. That means your fluids are, you're dehydrated, you're tired. Yeah.
That's even harder. Like, holy shit, dude. Oh man, this is crazy. Oh, he's pissed off. He's running away again.
Yeah. It's a full on like. It was a fiasco, man.
Holy shit, man. That's crazy. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. Wow, that's insane. Yeah, LeBron James was ejected with a flagrant 2 foul on Isaiah Stewart. Man.
I would be really mad, bro. Like seriously.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, who wouldn't be? Especially when you're freaking bleeding like that. Holy shit. Jeez. Wow. Anyway, going back to pop culture stuff, this was really exciting. So I started watching Kim's Convenience like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they're easy. It's an easy binge because they're 30-minute like episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's great. He's really funny. What's his name? His name is Angry Appa on, or is it Angry Appa on Instagram? The actor, Paul Sun Hyung Lee.
Yeah.
Is grateful and excited to be the next chapter in Uncle Iroh's legacy.
Iroh.
Uncle Iroh's legacy. So they announced a few days ago for the Netflix live action Avatar: The Last Airbender series. They announced a few new cast members, and they also announced that the cameras have begun rolling, so they've begun filming. So they announced. Hold on, where's the announcement? Okay, so they announced that Paul Sun Hyung Lee is playing Uncle Iroh. Lim K-soo is playing Gyatso.
Macchiato, yeah.
Yeah, and Ken Leung is playing Commander Zhao.
Okay.
So, and when you see,
and then Daniel Lee Kim, I think, the guy from Hawaii Five-O.
Yes.
He's a Fire Lord Ozai.
Yes. So for Lim K-soo and Ken Leung, for those who are listening, if they don't seem familiar, if you when you see their pictures, I think you'll easily recognize them because they've seen them in a bunch of other stuff. But the biggest one is Paul Sun Hyung Lee, because Uncle Iroh is such a beloved character on the animated series.
My favorite in the anime.
Yeah. So I think this has brought a lot of faith and positive vibes towards the show and gotten really a lot of fans excited because of that casting alone.
Even though the original creators left the project.
Yes, because of creative differences, they did announce that. So, but now because I've watched Kim's Convenience, and the character that he plays there, when I saw that they announced it for Uncle Iroh, I was like, yes, of course. Like, that's perfect. Who else would play Uncle Iroh but Paul Sun Hyung Lee?
I mean, the perfect casting is Mako, but he's dead. So.
Yeah. So I mean, but with Paul Sun Hyung Lee, I think it's pretty dead on casting as well. So that got a lot of people and a lot of fans excited. For those especially who were at first like, I don't know about this show. I don't know about So that's exciting. And then of course they already announced the younger cast, the kids in the show. And then they have officially begun production 6 days ago, so about a week ago now. So who knows? Perhaps I'm hoping that we get to see this show next year. But if they're filming now, November, they'll probably film for who knows, maybe until early next year. So we may not even see it until 2023. But who knows?
Yeah, maybe January or February next year, or 2023.
Of 2023, yeah. But again, who knows? Of course, another show on Netflix that
I just hope and pray the action scenes are better
than the live action movie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think so.
Because it's supposed to be fast paced because it's based on kung fu and martial arts and all that stuff. So
right,
it's supposed to be high impact. The movement should be fluid. The movement should be fast. The movement should be flowing. It should be powerful.
Right.
Damn the CGI. I could care less if it's like the shittiest CGI ever. I just want the action to be fast.
Right. But
so
would you mind seeing some moments of slow-mo?
Oh yeah, no, slow-mo is fine. There's parts in Avatar in the cartoon that they slowed some stuff down.
Right.
But again, if you're gonna fucking throw a rock at somebody, it doesn't take you like 18 steps in 20 seconds.
Right.
Yeah. And if you're gonna push somebody with an air burst, it doesn't take you like half the movie to fucking do it.
Right. Yep.
I can understand. I can understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it look all pretty and all that stuff. But as far as I know, the wind push is just like one move.
Yeah.
It doesn't take that. It doesn't. They didn't have to do that.
Right.
So
Yep.
I still hate M Night Shyamalan for that. So fuck you, M Night. If you're listening to this podcast,
Yeah.
you can go suck a dick. Okay.
Oh man. Alrighty. So that's pretty much all I have. Any other shows you're currently watching or you've seen?
Arcane. Arcane is a cartoon, or it's a animated series uh, on Netflix. It's based off of a League of Legends type of story, type of thing. Um, I like the stylized way they did the drawings of the animation. I like
Mhm.
the story. I still haven't seen the last 3 episodes, so because this is season one,
Uh-huh.
they released 3 episodes per week. So this is the
Okay.
last one.
Oh, okay.
So I still haven't seen it. So but I like it so far. It's really good. I saw the first 2 episodes of Cowboy Bebop
Uh-huh.
live action. I don't hate it as a huge fan of the animated or of the anime.
Mhm.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it because I still haven't seen the whole rest of the lot.
Right.
It's different. It's really different. It's a different take on the anime itself. But as soon as you hear the theme song, you get sucked into the world. So it's up to you to decide whether if you're gonna be a fucking prissy asshole that doesn't be like, oh, I hate this because it's not exactly like the anime,
Mhm.
or it just completely whatever, all that stuff. Or if you're gonna watch it and just take it as it is, because Cowboy Bebop never took itself seriously, and neither should you. So
Yeah. Question
it,
about
it
Arcane. Do I
mm,
do I have to have played League of Legends to
no, I,
appreciate
I
the
I I didn't play League of Legends at all,
Mhm.
and I first episode I got sucked in. I
Okay.
mean, like I was just gonna watch it just because when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, okay, this looks interesting,
Yeah.
whatever. And then all of a sudden, like the first episode, I was just like, holy shit, this is kind of like a different story than what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
it
love.
it, it deal it yeah it tells the story pretty much, and it generalizes the world of League of Legends, like the countries, the shit, the characters and all that stuff. There's gonna be some characters that is gonna be familiar for people that are League of Legends fans and all that stuff, or there's whatever type of things, and it should be exciting for people. I've never played League of Legends in my life, and I'm thoroughly entertained. So
Yeah. Huh. Cool. Should probably
yeah,
check that out. I do like the art style. They look like paintings,
yeah,
like
it's
beautiful
kind of
paintings.
it's kind of a weird, like it looks like a comic booky animation type of look, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's cool. Also, I've seen again. I highly recommend this because of the fact that it's probably my favorite movie this year.
Hmm.
Um, The Harder They Fall on Netflix. That Western with an all black cast.
Yeah.
Um, Watch it, please watch it. It's amazing. The story is amazing. It's based off of like real African American cowboys in the Old West. The story is fiction because it never happened, but all of the characters are real. So in a parallel universe, this might have happened to them, and all that stuff. But the acting, the script is amazing. The soundtrack is phenomenal. Oh my god! When you listen to the soundtrack,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, holy shit! I want this soundtrack on my Spotify or my Apple Music right now. It's amazing.
Yeah.
There's a kind of cool tribute uh T'Challa there, to Chadwick Boseman.
Hmm.
It's very cheeky on how they did it.
Well, I saw the train. The name of the train, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
So
saw
that's
that
that's
one.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So So that's that's basically it. Yeah, I've seen it. Like this is my, I saw it like 4 times already.
Damn.
It's a good ass.
Yeah,
It's a good
I
ass
know you.
story.
I know you mentioned it. I think on our last few episodes. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's a good
recommended
ass
it.
story. It's
Yeah,
a good
I'm
ass
gonna have to
story.
check it
Yeah,
out.
and it's one of those ones like if the first few scenes don't get you, you're gonna be like whatever. But
Right,
the first few scenes is gonna get you. Trust me on it.
right.
So but it's good. It's a good like the acting is great. Idris Elba is awesome, of course. Regina King.
Yeah,
Um, Kang the Conqueror. What's his name? Golly, okay.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the actor, phenomenal actor. He's awesome. Delroy Lindo is there also. So
That's cool.
yeah, it's one of those like it's one of those movies like when you watch it, you just get lost in the way the movie was written. It's
Yeah,
awesome. So
nice. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm definitely have to check that out.
that's pretty much it. And then just you know, that's all I've been doing. I haven't been doing much.
Alrighty. Well, that's pretty much it for the episode then. Thank you guys for listening. If you've listened this far, hopefully. We're not sure if we're going to be doing an episode next weekend because it is Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah,
So, but we are thankful for our listeners and our
yeah,
supporters. If we don't have an episode next week, definitely after that when we return
we'll
for the
see.
holidays. Yeah, we will see. But we
Yeah,
do want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving,
yep,
and we hope you guys get to have a safe and enjoyable holiday.
yep.
So yeah,
I'm thankful for Mike. He's been my friend for a long time. He's always put up with my bullshit all the time. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful for Jester you know for being my fucking target all the time when it comes to shit. And I'm thankful for Pinhead for being himself. I love the guy, and I hope we get to see him again here as quickly as possible. He's been so busy with life that he's life first, yeah. So I'm thankful that to have met these guys. I'm thankful for the handful of listeners that actually listen to the podcast.
yeah, yeah,
It's awesome, and like this little idea of Mike's was that happened like a couple of years ago, and it didn't come to fruition up until us four started bantering with each other. So
yeah. That's
this
right.
is this
Well,
is kind it's kind of cool. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the people that said the restore the Snyderverse, and and show or restore the Snyder cut and all that stuff. I'm thankful for all the wonderful movies, the shows, all the things that's been entertaining us, during the pandemic, before, after, during, all that stuff. I'm thankful for all the people that are the creative people that made life a little bit better. So
yeah,
hopefully, at the end of this year, everybody, or things get back to normal. So
yep.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm thankful for you, Kuya, and for everyone, and for the podcast. Yeah, because it's brought us four together, and it's also brought us to other people, our listeners. So yeah, thank you
yeah.
guys.
Oh, and I'm thankful for our future sponsors, Manscaped.
Yeah,
This,
hopefully.
what else? Mattel, Pop,
Funko, Hasbro,
Funko Pop, Hasbro,
Lego,
Coke and Pepsi, because like
Lucasfilm,
again, we're the
Disney.
only this is the future, because we're the only podcast that they can trust to have both Coke and Pepsi together at the same time. Because you know what? you know, different taste, that it does matter, but again, it's our choice.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Alrighty. Thank you guys for listening. Till next time, stay safe out there, y'all.
all right, bye bye.
See ya.